Yo, what's the crack, boys? Welcome back to NBA This Week, the show where we recap all the events that happened in the NBA this week, obviously. All-Star break is actually coming really soon, and the voting's going to start soon. Let me know in the comments who your All-Stars are. I'm going to make a video about it soon, so I'll let you know. But yeah, to start the week off, Joel Embiid once again had another 50-point game. 53 points, along with a lot of rebounds. Good defense. Like, that MVP caliber type of player just does those things. Another player scored 50, almost scored 60, but we'll get into him at the end of the video. But yeah, NBA players that have scored 50 this season is 7, and Embiid has 2 of them. Well, someone else also has 2 of them. Like I said, we'll get into that. Also, Embiid's doing his absolutely amazing scoring stuff. But his teammate, James Harden, who, I'm so happy we made that trade, man. Games with 15 plus points and 15 plus assists. The entire NBA has 5, and James Harden has 3. Who called this guy washed? I'm sorry. Who called him washed? Like, own up, bro. Okay, yeah, he's not scoring 34 points per game. Bro, no one does that. James Harden is not washed. Yeah, might not be as, like, athletic, as quick. But come on, man. Calling him washed is dumb. But this duo, I'm so happy to see. This duo is finally, heating up. Looks like they're actually working together because, obviously when 2 superstars play together, it does take time to adjust different play styles, plays, etc. This duo looks like they're actually heating up and making progress and actually looking like on the same page. Like, we have a big ceiling. Obviously, the Celtics in the East, the Bucks in the East, the Nets are popping off as well. But man, if our team is healthy and we actually work together and we actually obviously Doc Rivers is probably going to choke it for us. But the Sixers are a very dangerous team to come out of the East. And in my opinion, the X factor is James Harden. And ever since he came back from that injury, he's been absolutely tearing up the league. 23 points per game, 6 rebounds, 12 assists, and 42% from 3. What the fuck? Next thing, when he's got Embiid on the team as well, that's as a second option, man. That's some crazy stats. Love seeing James Harden coming back. Hopefully he can avoid an injury, this season, because, to be honest, our window is kind of closing, and so is his. But James Harden been absolutely popping off. Definitely an All-Star this year, even though he did miss a month, but I think he still makes it. And the Sixers have won 4 straight games. Earlier in the week, Hawks versus Bulls played. I just made a video on the Bulls and about this situation. Go check it out if you do. I appreciate you. This is probably one of the craziest, last 10 seconds of the game in a while. The Bulls score. Oh, wow. They just won. Boom, the Hawks, is the craziest shot. It's tips it in. I forgot the guy that scored it. My bad, bro. Right, last time I did that, doesn't matter. Yeah, absolutely crazy game. Hawks, Trae Young has been, somewhat struggling. DeJounte Murray is out as well, so they needed that win. But the Bulls, man, I think for that moment, you score a game with. I think that's just the clear sign to just blow it up. I did make a video on it, so I'm not going to go into it too much. But you have, it's just not. You're just wasting your time at this point. You're just wasting your time, and who knows? Maybe they can turn it around. The Bucks were at the Rockets earlier this week. And Jabari Smith Jr., the rookie, who was, to be honest, projected #1 pick, absolutely clamped Giannis. I'll be for real. Look at what he held him to. That's our rookie doing that to the best player in the world. He's 19, I'm pretty sure. He's literally younger than me. And he's clamping the best player in the world. Good potential. Obviously, his shooting, he had a rough start to start the season, just like Jalen Green did. Something about Houston, who knows? But now he's actually shooting well, clamping. This is the player, Houston actually drafted. Obviously, if a rookie doesn't have a good season, you take it with an ounce of salt, because they're obviously just a rookie. Obviously they're going to be not shit, but they're not going to be good against veterans. But yeah, I'm very excited to see Houston. Houston has dynasty potential. Jalen Green, Jabari Smith Jr., Kevin Porter Jr. They're probably going to get another good draft pick as well. They're one of the worst teams in the league. They could get Chet. And if they do, dynasty. Earlier as well this week, the Clippers played the Celtics. Finals preview, if we're being honest. Obviously, Kawhi's not really been that healthy, but when he did play, they literally blew out the Celtics. Kawhi had a good game, 25 points. Paul George also had a good game. And they held, the best team to under 100 points. I also made plug-in videos. Also made a Clippers video. Go check that out. Thank you. Literally held Jason Tate to 20 points, 35% shooting. Crazy stuff. Clippers when healthy. I literally said in that video. Clippers when healthy, probably going to win the chip. They literally have everything you need to win a championship. The defense, the score, the best, the two superstars. Let's be real. Do not disrespect Paul George. Paul George is literally superstar worthy. Like, we saw that OKC season. We saw him last season. Even this season, the games he's having. Completely, dominating. Obviously, Kawhi scored his most points since, 2021. I think last night, Clippers, played last night. Kawhi had 31. And Paul George didn't play and they won. Like, that's literally what you want to see from the Clippers. Give it to February and this team is like working together, going on big win streaks. I'm calling it now. The Clippers are going to be top of the West. Okay, maybe not top of the West, but they're going to be in that top 4. And now the Clippers, right now, they're climbing the stands as well. So, shit, bro. Maybe in June we're going to be talking about, maybe I'm going to be talking about the Clippers winning the chip. Very possible. Talking about the Hawks. Absolutely disaster game against them, against the Magic. Yes, they're missing their best defender, but 50 points in the first quarter against a rebuilding team when every player in that Hawks team has championship hopes. Like I said, obviously, they are, like, a bit injured. Still, 50 points, bro. You're an NBA player making millions, bro. You telling me, as a unit, you guys can't collectively, like, give up. Oh, my God, man. That just hurts my... Like, if I was the coach... You're literally getting, like I'm making an example of you. Obviously, that sounds a bit weird, but, like you won't get paid for that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that is kind of disgraceful. I mean, like against the Magic, do you know what I mean? If it's against the Celtics, not fair enough. Against the Magic, bro, like, yeah, they've got good young players. If you're the Hawks, you should be doing that to them, man. Like, come on. But Bol is a highlight machine, man. In most improved, candidate, I would definitely say for sure, but... I mean, if you've been watching Bol since he was, like, on the Nuggets, you kind of know he was able to do this stuff. He just wasn't given the opportunity. So, I think not really a most improved candidate, but they'll probably give it to him because, casuals. But the Atlanta Hawks need to sort that out. That's just... If I'm a Hawks fan, I am disgraced. I'm not watching that team. Domantas Sabonis, ever since he's been traded to the Kings, ever since he's been a very good player, he's a very good player. But since being traded to the Kings, he's been lighting it up. A 21-point game, 20 rebounds, 7 assists. Like, god damn, bro. Like, he's legit the first player with 20 points, 20 rebounds, 7 assists on, like, 75% shooting since Ben Simmons, like, 3 years ago. Shout out Ben. That's a good start. And shout out Ben, because, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. But yeah, Sabonis been absolutely lighting up. There's this crazy stat. I'll put it up now. Something about, he's played 42 games for the Kings, and he's got the same amount of 20 games as Chris Webber did. Chris Webber was there for years, man. Years. And he's only been there for half a season. Like, not even a full year. But this trade's, like, until those two players both retire, this will be a trade talked about forever. Tyrese Haliburton, Sabonis, I'll say it now, win-win trade. Obviously, at the time, people forgot how good Sabonis was. So did I. Like, I'll put my hand up, definitely forgot how good he was. Obviously, Tyrese Haliburton, he's like, what, 21, 22? It's like the next Chris Paul. Probably better than Chris Paul. So, yeah, like, but when you look at it from the Kings, De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Haliburton, just, you saw their stats when they were together. It was just uneven. You had to really choose between one. And when you're a franchise that hasn't made the playoffs, like, fucking forever, man, forever, you got to choose the win now, even if you're not going to win a championship. Like, you have to do that. So, like, I get the move now. Kings are in a bit of a better position than the Pacers, I won't lie. Nah, the Pacers are an unexpected team. People, they've been playing very well this season. But this trade is just a win-win, I would say. It's like Trey and Luka. People be like, nah, Luka's a superstar. But, like, come on, man. Like, Trey or Luka could have been a bust. And, like, they're both just, like, superstars. They're both making all-NBA teams in, like, their third year or second year. So it's a win-win trade, especially for, Sabonis and Tyrese Haliburton. Oh yeah, and Sabonis has the most 20-20 in 5 games in Kings history. In history. Bro just got shipped there, bro. Like, what? Shout out Sabonis, all-star this season. Tyler Hero has been having himself quite a season for the Miami Heat, leading them in scoring. Possible all-star, but this week he had an absolute crazy game winner. And had another 41-point game, which is a career high. And he also had a career high in threes, which was 10. Tyler Hero, man, that guy is the white James Harden. He's slowly become the most underrated player in the league. Obviously, last season, was it last season? I think it was last season. He won 6th man of the year, deservedly so. That man was an absolute bucket off the bench. But I think, you know, once this Jimmy Butler, or like once he starts starting more often, gets more minutes, which he is, you know, he is starting kind of often. But I think once this guy becomes the leading scorer of a team, like, call me fucking stupid, this guy could win an MVP. Like, hot take, but if he's given the opportunity and he's got a good piece around, he could easily win MVP. But it's a star-studded league, so, you know, maybe not. But Tyler Hero is definitely an underrated player. I'd happily have him in the Sixers, happily. But his potential in this league, definitely a multiple-time All-Star. Obviously, he's won 6th man of the year. All NBA teams, you know, Miami could have some trades, you know, up their sleeve, which can, you know, benefit him in the future. Hopefully, he stays there for life. He's kind of perfect for Miami, I can't lie, but keep balling, Tyler. Jokic, man, this guy's literally, he's his own player. He's like his own player. This week he had 43 points, 14 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 steals, and 17 for 20 shooting. What? He's the first player with that stat line since Larry Bird. What? What? Bro, that's crazy. Like, we've genuinely have to have this conversation about Jokic free-pitting in MVPs. Like, voter fatigue, probably. I don't know, Tatum's popping off Giannis, but shit, bro, we're still kind of early in the season. Like, anything can, like, bro, we've got more season left than season that's happened. Jokic can easily win back-to-back MVPs. And if he does, where does that rank him? I think he has to be a top 30 player of all time, man. Like, only Larry Bird's done that, and, like, probably Wilt. Like, that's crazy, man. Like, I think his only flaw is defense, and it shows in the Nuggets team stats, but, do you know what I mean? One thing I have learned from Ben Simmons being in my team is that you'd rather have a phenomenal offense player than a phenomenal defense player. That's like your, like, top 2 guys, obviously. Embiid's both. Harden's just the offense. So I guess I hope we'll win, but Jokic, whoa, bro, that MVP is loading. I'll just say, and he's like, the Nuggets are climbing up the West as well. Like, they'll probably have a better Jamal. Like, I mean, players are back, but Jokic is kind of like, he's getting better and better. It's crazy, but we'll see what he does. The Minnesota Timberwolves played the OKC Thunder. 2 future superstars, technically 2. Shea's kind of a superstar, I can't lie. Anthony Edwards versus Shea, both battled it out. Came literally to the end. Anthony Edwards blocked Shea's shot. At the start, I was like, was that a block? It was just so smooth. We all know how good Shea is. Shea's in MVP conversations for a reason. That guy is literally lighting it up. But Anthony Edwards, I want to talk about. Last season, he was great. This season, I mean, when you got, you know, Gobert on the team, Kat is out injured. He is kind of getting more responsibility now, but a lot of people, I was expecting him, you know, not take away the MVP, be a dark horse MVP, you know, the potential to, but we forget how young he is. This guy was practically just drafted, and he still has a lot to, you know, improve on, like, definitely a lot until, you know, he become that player. I do see that now, but his scoring, man, his scoring for the game, his 3-point shooting, it's the way he can get to his, he's just an offensive threat. But he does need to improve his shot selection, his decision-making, you know, in the half-court offense, you know, whether that's making a pass, actually going for the dunk, or just, like, taking a bad shot. And his playmaking, like, if he can improve those things, I think he can become the best player in this league. 1,000, probably just 2 out of those 3 things, or however many I named. I think he genuinely has that potential. I don't know, he's like 22. Guy is young as fuck. We should, like, definitely give him some time. It's also coming up that the Lakers are going to wait another month to make a trade, which, to be honest, you kind of have to make your move now. You've got this amazing opportunity of a window. You have LeBron in year 20, averaging nearly 30, like 7 and 8. Like, here's the stats. Like, you see that. AD playing like an MVP. But, like, it's Westbrook. Westbrook is playing nice. He's had lots of triple-doubles. Like, look at his stats off the bench, man. He's literally leading the league. He's literally the 6th man of the year. And it's so tough, but I think their trade package, I think they're actually, you know, Kendrick Nunn and Patrick Beverley and, like, a draft pick. Whatever that can get you, you know, Bogdanovich, you know, like, don't, like, Kendrick Nunn and Patrick Beverley, like, damn, bro, you gotta be kind of Darren Bart to accept that. But I think the Lakers, you know, they do have some good targets, like DeMar, Kyle Kuzma, Kyrie. They're not gonna get Kyrie, bro. Can't believe they think they could get Kyrie in a trade, man. Maybe in free agency, yeah, I could see that. But trade target, you're smoking crack. You know, Buddy Hield, Miles Turner, obviously. If you can like get one of like, no, you'd have to go with Westbrook. But if you can trade Kendrick Nunn, Patrick Beverley, and that draft pick for two, you know, a lot better players than them, and you keep Westbrook, that's a W. That's a W. Like, Westbrook is playing good. I think you still get some value off him because I don't think you're going to extend him. And he, like, I don't know, man. I really want to see Westbrook win. He deserves a ring. Like, probably him and James Harden deserve a ring the most out of every player. And, nah. Him and James Harden deserve a ring out of, like, anyone that's not won a ring yet. Maybe Embiid, but nah. So, bro, it's tough, man. Like, it's actually tough. Do you trade Westbrook? He's playing amazing. Like, ever since he got put to the bench, he's been playing amazing. Like, will he make an all-star team? I don't know. But at the same time, you cannot waste this year of LeBron and AD. You know, trade West. If you get DeMar, maybe that is a bit better. Your freeze will go, like, do you know what I mean? I think you could work with DeMar. Obviously, Buddy Hield and Miles Turner would be the dream. You got that center play. Someone can, you know, back up 80s minutes. Then you got Buddy Hield, you know, one of the best shooters in the league. I wonder what they will do, though. I wonder what they will do, but you have to make a move. Waiting a month could be a little too long. Obviously, AD's injured. I actually don't know, you know, the severity of that injury. But, like, fuck, man. AD's injured again, man. Like, you can't have LeBron carrying this load. You gotta make a trade. Like, Westbrook is more than capable of carrying a load. He literally won an MVP carrying a load. So, yeah, I guess. But they're gonna have to make a move quick. The Brooklyn Nets played the Toronto Raptors the other day, and Kyrie Irving, wow, that he won them the game. Obviously made the playmaking shot for, I forgot your name, bro. I'm sorry, but he's one of the best shooters in the league. The Asian guy. I'm sorry, bro. I forgot your name. You're literally one of the best shooters in the league right now. After not being, like, his improvement is crazy. I'm so sorry I don't know your name, man. Anyway, Kyrie Irving had 32 on the piece, had that crazy step back game winner over Fred VanVleet, which Fred VanVleet also had a great game this season. He is having a down year, Fred VanVleet. But, you know, I mean, he's a champion, bro. I expect him to come back. But Kyrie Irving, man, when obviously that dumbass stuff about the fucking whatever it was, like, no one even remembers anymore. About, like, the Jew thing. Something about that where he missed games. That was also at the same time where Steve Nash was on the hot seat. And then, like, people were just trying to create narratives that there's better about Kyrie. Even StatMuse. Shout out StatMuse. That's where I get stats for my videos. But fuck these are pricks. Not really, but you know what I mean. They push narratives and then they just go with what's happening. But anyway, I don't care. Ever since Kyrie came back, the Nets have been balling. 11-3 since Kyrie came back, and no other team has had 10 wins in that time span. Like, are we actually seeing the potential of the Brooklyn Nets coming to light? Ben's been kind of fitting in. He's been in and out of lineups. The role players are, you know, playing nice. Like, KD as well has been bought. Like, KD, like, underrated MVP candidate, KD is. So, like, are we actually, like, 4 years, nearly 4 years, well, when the playoffs happened, like, nearly 4 years since they assembled, which is crazy, man. Let's just hold on a second. KD and Kyrie and, like, Kawhi, Paul George, LeBron, AD, almost being on, like, Jimmy Butler. That 2019 free agency was nearly 4 years ago, man. Those contracts, obviously a lot of them were signed extensions, but I remember when that happened, I was like, holy shit, bro, I wonder what's going to happen. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, man, it's crazy how much, like, a coach can just completely, you know, change, like, the team. Look at the stats under the new coach. That's night and day. Like, that's night and day. Very good move for them to fire Steve Nash. To be honest, it should have happened. Like, obviously, it shouldn't have happened after they lost to the Bucks, but, like, I mean, when you're watching the game, like, yeah, Steve Nash is, like, this ain't it. This guy needs, like, a smaller role, not, like, a fucking championship team. It's so dumb, but now the Nets are actually coming into fruition. Cleveland versus the Mavericks played last night, and Cleveland won a close game. This was a close game with no Luka either. We'll get into that. But Bro, real talk, if the Cavs get the #1 seed, bro, like, they're probably my pick. Oh, it's so early to decide, but, yeah, fuck it, I'll stand with what I say. If the Cavs get the first seed, bro, I'm picking them to come out of the East. It's going to be very tough for a team to beat this Cavs team at home. They're just so much better at home. Like, the Cleveland energy is there. And they just play so much better. Like, the energy's there. Like, they just win games. They've beaten, like, all the good teams that have came to them and just beaten them. It's going to be very difficult for a team to beat them. But obviously, Luka doesn't play, and they play one of the best teams in the NBA, and they lose by 1. Like, it was a 2-minute drought. Like, literally a 2-minute drought. Like, the last bucket was scored when there's 2 minutes left in OT. What? So I think, you know, this is a sign. Like, this is a good team that Luka has. A lot of people, like, see, when you watch the games, you're like, oh, it's so different, man. It's like, oh, it's so hard. But this is, like, your sign. Luka should not be handling the ball 35% of the time. Cut that down to, like, 30 max. Like, the 25 to 30 range. 25 to 29 or 28.5 range. You have some good players on this team that can actually make things happen. Kemba Walker. Shout out Kemba Walker. He has 32 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists. And he was like, he scored the clutch game winner to send to OT. So happy for Kemba Walker, man. That's one of the nicest guys in the league. Got done, you know, he's been getting done rotten, you know, this past few years, to be honest. But now you've actually got, like, good players. Like, Kemba, boom, proven. You have all these good... Christian Wood, that guy should be starting. That guy should be starting. Christian Wood is a hooper, bro. Christian Wood was, like, the second option of the team. He'd be a heavy favourite for the All-Star team. Heavy favourite. So you have to lower Luka's usage because it doesn't work. Kobe said it. Like, did you not watch James Harden in Houston? It pisses me. Luka's one of those players who can be the GOAT. He's like kind of a complete player. He's just magic. Like, Luka magic. But you can't just, like, feed him the ball. That doesn't work in the playoffs. Like, you need all these players to get reps. And Jason Kidd never won a championship. Like, obviously, that doesn't mean shit. Like, I mean, one of my favourite players of all time, AI, never won one. But still, like, how can you not see, man? Luka cannot be carrying the ball all times. But we'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see when Luka comes back, see what rotations they make, you know, changes they make. Hopefully, because this Mavs team, very good potential. And they have Luka. Like, they could easily win. Like, they went to the conference finals last year, man. But at the end of OT, you could, you know, in that situation, the end of OT, that's when you need Luka, because it was just such, you know, a messy play. You don't have that facilitator, that playmaker, you know, someone off the defense can just swarm or, like, you know, make a play around, so there's other options open. You know, such a messy play from them, but it's what happens when your superstar isn't there. And finally, Devin Booker is him. Like, my God, bro. 58 points. Could have had, like, 61. Crazy, but 58 points with 5 rebounds and 5 assists. That's crazy. And he's the first Sun ever with 5 50-point games. Literally leading that franchise. He's a legend there. I think Devin Booker is definitely going to make the Hall of Fame, but it was against the Pelicans, man. Zion had 30 as well. Shout out to him, but yeah, this rivalry's it. Now, this is the last time they've played early in the season. Annoying, but they split the series 2-2 and a point differential of 1. Like, this is a rivalry. This is 100% a rivalry. Devin Booker shot the free at the end when the game was over. He missed it, but, do you know what I mean? That's a message right there. Regardless if he made it or not, that's a message. Do you know what I mean? I can't lie. Like, yeah, you scored 58. L, you missed it. Do you know what I mean? L. But, fuck it, bro. 58, you gotta go for 60. Like, I respect it, but, yeah, this is for sure a rivalry. I beg these teams meet in the playoffs. Any series, 3 playoff series, I would love to see. Suns versus Pelicans. Nets versus Celtics. Oh, that'd be a good one. Who else? Oh, Clippers against Suns. I need a rematch of that. That was it for this week. If you did enjoy, make sure you like it and subscribe. I'll see you later.